So, with her speech, Pets with Personalities, please welcome Lily Grundy.
Thank you. There are 6 people in my family, so over the years we have been given for our birthdays or bought various animals. We've had dogs, chickens, fish, hermit crabs and guinea pigs. I think that when you get to know animals, you find out they all have different personalities, just like people. The main pets I'm going to talk about tonight though are our old dog Brian, our hermit crab Michelangelo, and the dog we have at the moment called Max. First of all, any dog that has been named Brian is bound to have some problems. Dad brought Brian from an animal pound when he was about a puppy, about 2 or 3 months old. I was only 4 at the time, so I don't remember very much about Brian, except that he was a spotty little gappy thing that barked all the time. That's about it. And I couldn't find a photo, so I have prepared a drawing of Brian to show you what he looks like. Dad says that he jumped on people all the time, especially me, and he was really hyperactive. After a couple of months, I woke up one morning and Brian was gone. Dad told me that he had run away the night before. Apparently I was pretty upset and was worried that he might have got run over or something. But Dad told me that he had gone to a good home, to people that love him, and I believed him because I was only 4. Only last year, Brian came up in conversation somehow, and Dad admitted the truth about Brian. He hadn't run away at all. Dad had taken him back to the animal pound and said, "I want a refund." The lady had said, "What's wrong with him?" And Dad let Brian off the leash, and Brian went insane and jumped all over the lady. She said, "Fair enough." It wasn't that he was a nasty dog, just that he was too hyperactive to have around young kids. A few years after that, Dad still hadn't learnt his lesson. He went to a pet store to choose another dog and chose the most active one there. The dog was a golden retriever and was running around in circles and bouncing all over the place. We named him Max. This is a photo of Max, the morning after my 18th birthday party. It was a big night, and Max was looking about as hungover as the rest of us. We've had him for 8 years now, and he sort of feels like a brother to me, because some days he's my best friend, and other days he's the most annoying person or dog I know. Max has the most expressive face. When he's happy you can tell because he has this massive grin. He's extremely friendly, which can sometimes be a bad thing, such as when I take him for walks and he feels the need to bark at every living thing we walk past. Once we attempted to take him to dog training school. We took him every Saturday for a few months. At the end of the semester, the dogs had to pass a test. The instructor basically told us that Max would fail or he would have to repeat. I know that everyone says their dogs will eat anything, but seriously, Max eats everything. Things he has consumed include used tissues, a banana peel, an envelope, beer, Easter eggs, and a packet of cigarettes. Most of these things he ate just to get attention. For example, one day my sister was the only one at home because she was sick, so she was sleeping on the couch. Max was inside with her and she wasn't paying him any attention, so somehow he found an envelope from somewhere in the house and brought it to the couch where she was sleeping and started eating it really loudly. Like sometimes he does the stupidest things, but he's the funniest dog and we all love him for it. My brother went through a phase when he was about 8 of having pet hermit crabs. His hermit crabs were Lenny, Carl, Neville and Michelangelo. He had them all at separate times, one after the other. My brother says they all died of natural causes. Natural causes meaning that he just looked in the cage and they had died for no apparent reason or they were moving shell. They lasted only a few months each, which has led me to believe that hermit crabs are very weak animals, except for Michelangelo. It was the summer of 2002. Luke woke up and Michelangelo had mysteriously disappeared from his juice box home. Luke was devastated, having now lost his 3rd hermit crab. However, we all moved on and went on our annual family holiday to Rosebud. My older sister Julie had come over to water the plants. as she usually did when we were away. She was in the dining room, watering, when she heard this tiny clip-clop, clip-clop. Julie's jaw dropped as she turned around, and there was Michelangelo, triumphantly standing at the top of the stairs, waving his claws in the air like some war hero from a wartime movie. Michael had braved 2 whole weeks outside of his juice box with no food and no water. He was a real trooper. After living with a variety of animals as pets over my 18 years, I've come to the conclusion that living with animals is a lot easier than living with people at times for the following reasons. First of all, you can talk to them and they can listen better than anyone else I know. Secondly, you can be friends with them but still boss them around. And thirdly, they have their own personalities just like people, but they can't talk back. And last of all, they make you laugh.